Now the Target 12 investigators are taking you inside the Mafia.
It's well known that infamous gangster James Whitey Bulger and his sidekick Stephen the Rifleman Flemmi leaked information to the FBI about the mob in Boston.
Tonight, for the first time, we revealed they were ratting out Rhode Island mobsters as well.
The information coming to light from once sealed FBI records on Bulger and Flemmi.
Target 12 investigator Tim White has obtained Bulger and Flemmi's informant files. He's here now with the exclusive details.
2 files, 1,600 pages. Each one of these tabs represent dirt that James Whitey Bulger and Stephen the Rifleman Flemmi were sharing about La Cosa Nostra members and associates from Rhode Island. 1967. Boston mobster Stephen the Rifleman Flemmi took a trip to Federal Hill in Providence. According to a once sealed FBI file, Flemmi had a business proposition for New England mob boss Raymond L.S. Patriacca, hoping the Mafia Don would invest in a car insurance scam. Over lunch on the Hill, Patriacca agreed, giving Flemmi $5 grand in cash. He also issued a stark warning to Flemmi. Don't mention a word about the deal to Flemmi's brother Jimmy, because Jimmy could not keep his mouth shut. It was a telling exchange. Your loyalty is to the crime family, not your own. Even more shocking, Flemmi told an FBI agent about the meeting as soon as he got back to Boston. What would have happened?
Cut his legs off. Well, more than that.
Retired FBI agent Robert Fitzpatrick says the mob would have acted swiftly if they knew either man was sharing underworld intelligence with the FBI.
He'd be gonzo. He'd be out of the picture. And it would be quick.
Fitzpatrick knows the topic well. He interviewed Bulger, recommending to his FBI superiors that the Boston gangster be dropped as an informant. His warnings were ignored, and Bulger went on his now infamous crime spree. He's accused of murdering 19 people. Fitzpatrick later wrote a book about the scandal and testified at a 2006 civil trial in Boston where these once secret informant files were released. In all, Target 12 discovered 75 references to Rhode Island wise guys in the files. Flemmi provided the most detail for the FBI according to the documents.
There was an inference that the real guy getting the Mafia information may have been Flemmi and not Bulger.
Beside Patriacca, the files reveal Bulger and Flemmi shared information about these Rhode Island mobsters. Former mob boss Raymond Patriacca Jr., Capo Regime's Matthew Guglielmetti, Robert Bobby DeLuca, Anthony the Saint Laurent, and mob boss Nicholas Nicky Bianco, as well as others. Flemmi even informed the FBI when the mob was accepting new members by telling them, quote, "The books are open." This 1980 memo states Bulger told the FBI that Patriacca Sr. is going into hiding to avoid being indicted for a 20-year-old murder. How did he know? In a stunning revelation, Flemmi told the FBI Patriacca was tipped off by the Providence law.
The whole criminal justice system was infected.
In a 1987 reference, Flemmi tipped the FBI off to a high-level mob meeting that included Rhode Island Capo Regime Matthew Guglielmetti.
If you think you're going to intimidate me with the camera, you're not. I wish you to leave.
Source advised that Matty Guglielmetti is the main contact for Raymond Patriacca Jr., and it is difficult to get to Patriacca without going through him. Flemmi even gave the FBI the phone number he says Guglielmetti used to set up meetings with Patriacca Jr. Guglielmetti is currently in prison after pleading guilty to drug charges. He's scheduled to be released in 2014. Now, much of the information in these files may be used in the upcoming trial of James Whitey Bulger. That's set for June. With the Target 12 investigators, Tim White, Eyewitness News.